Okay, this is Duravac Pro. So there's actually, I've seen there was 2 versions. So I've ordered this one, which is the stainless steel. There's a smaller, a bit smaller than this one, which was a plastic drum. So I made an order on this stainless steel one. This has no cord at all. We're gonna open it together. We're gonna try it. And we're gonna, I'm so excited. Okay, so let's just look at a few things. So already I can see this vacuum cleaner just from studying it. It's a wet and dry, very exciting. To get a cordless vacuum cleaner, wet and dry. This means if you're doing drilling jobs, even if you're in a car wash, or even if it doesn't matter what jobs you have, you can vacuum wet spills as well. Because that's when this accident happens. It happens during these critical times. Let us see. Generally, when you get a vacuum cleaner, there's always tools. Look at that. It's got this microparticle filter. We've done microparticle filter in our previous videos. It's got this. I love this filter. I'm going to tell you why I love it. It's got a foam filter. That's amazing. It's got a manual book. Okay, we'll get to the manual book just now. Okay, it's got wheels. So the rest of the tools are inside the vacuum cleaner. So this is it. It's huge. It's big. It's huge. This is actually a 15 liters dust tank and it's stainless steel. Already I can tell you the things that I love about this vacuum cleaner already. Just looking at it. Every weakness of a vacuum cleaner, I'm telling you, I've sold vacuum cleaners. I've used so many vacuum cleaners in my life. Every weakness of a vacuum cleaner is on the clips. Every weakness of a vacuum cleaner is on the clips and they break. To get stainless steel clips, that's really amazing. And I always have my test that I do on clips. So what's nice about this is this filter, so let's firstly talk about this filter. This filter here is almost made from the same material as this, but what's nice about it is when you place it here, what it does is it does not clog up or suffocate the machine. It always creates space, so much so that even when the machine is full, there's always going to be an airflow. So this machine, it actually designed in a way that it's not going to overheat. When a machine only depends on a filter just like this, especially these drum machines, what happens is the dust will actually nest around here and it suffocates the filter. But when you have a filter like this as well, like this, it creates that airflow because this does not suffocate all the way here. It stays wide open and there's this consistent airflow no matter how full the machine is. Okay, what's nice about this as well is, I'm just gonna move here. As I'm checking my tools, I can actually already do a reference check here to check if I have everything that this is showing me in the manual book. I can check it here. So according to this, it's showing me the 3 pipes, which are these 3 pipes. I can see them already. It's showing me the charger. This filter here, which is what we're going to talk about, because you'll wonder, why do you have 2 filters? Okay, firstly, yes, you just pull this out. It's very simple. So you basically have 2 filters that will go here. This, you will insert this filter when you are doing wet functioning. I've seen these on so many different machines as well. It's mainly just when you're doing water or when you vacuuming water, just so in case if maybe there was water or your geyser burst in your house and there's just hair around, and as you're vacuuming, if those hair just tends to fly while you're vacuuming or fly off the machine and come entangled, they will not go inside, they get trapped by this filter. This is what we call a foam filter. So 2 filters, 1 flow attachment and 1 crevice tool, a charger, 4 wheels, 3 pipes, and before we forget, located here in the head unit, you've got a battery that you pull. Okay, let's look at this battery. So it actually has 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got like 4 bars that are just there, and then it's got a button here. So what it does is it's actually a battery life check. Without using, as you can see, we just open in front of you. I'll just press this and it tells me how much battery life this battery has. So we can play around with this machine as we go. Okay, a regular daily vacuuming is always about dust. That's why it's just like replacing a broom. So I'm going to set it up in the dust function. So I'm going to put this filter because I will imagine that I will be vacuuming dust. I could be just drilling the walls. And just as I thought I was cleaning, after drilling the walls, the power just goes off. And while the power goes off and I need to clean up, here's your machine, no cords. Now the battery, I'm aligning it with the vacuum cleaner intake. My favorite part, the clips. I've always done this because if you ever wanted to go and buy a vacuum cleaner, walk into any shop, I've done it, so many salespeople run away from me. If I start doing this and playing with their clips and asking them to do this, they really don't like it. They get really upset with their vacuum cleaners. So having stainless steel clips, I really like it. could stay and do this all day. So this is one thing that Jenna says, hello, you don't have to do this, but I'm just doing this out of excitement too, because I want to show for you guys as I do these reviews, I want you guys to see how strong these clips are, and it's a thing. I've seen certain companies have started making stainless steel vacuum cleaners, but they still put plastic clips, which I'm not very happy with. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one here, this is the wet function. Let's put on the wheels. Okay, there we go. These wheels, you just put some pressure, and that is it. And what I like about these wheels as well is these type of wheels, they allow the machine to maneuver in one spot. I really don't like this machine with these kind of big wheels. They look fancy and they make sense when you buy them, but try using them in your house. You'll be turning a corner, your machine runs all the way and hit the wall, and it runs all the way and hit this side. So I like these type of wheels because what they do is they give you this 360 degrees swivel on the spot. This means if I'm turning on a sharp corner just around my bed, my machine will follow me. But when you use these nice big wheels that are looking attractive but useless, when you are turning around the sharp bed like in your corner and the wall is right here, the machine will not turn. All it's going to do, it's going to go and bang the wall and come back and bang the bed, and the machine is just going to be damaged. So this is a very nice. You can actually do this. Big wheels, you can't do this. Okay. And because you might be taking this, maybe you do cupboards, you're doing some drilling works. It's got this nice chain here, which is it's designed for static to prevent that shock. So it's very nice. Okay, I've also just realized that you can actually literally store your tools here. You can store your tools, and these pipes, you can store them here when you're done using this machine. This is quite a nice fancy machine. For a cordless machine and for a wet and dry vacuum cleaners, most of them, they look ugly. To get a vacuum cleaner that looks like this, very impressive. Very, very impressive. So already, this is it. This is how I'll be setting up my machine. Okay, so according to this, as I was just studying this, it says on a fully charged, I will get about 43 minutes usage. Something that I like about this, you've got two suction power setting here. You've got 1 and you've got 2. Okay. So right now it's on 1. Wow. That's on 1. That is very strong. Okay. That is very impressive. Wow. Wow. That's definitely, according to the box, it says 16 kPa, but I'll definitely give that. It's probably 17 kPa. I think 17 and a half as well. I think they just put 16 as just a safety mark, but that definitely feels strong. But just by unlocking here and putting it at the back, this is a blower. Let's see. Watch that. That's a strong blower, and that's just on 1. That was just on 1. Let me find something else. That was just on the lower setting of the vacuum cleaner. Now I want to just take it to the higher setting of the vacuum cleaner. That is a strong. So now I can imagine, even if you're just in your veranda working, if you don't really want to, actually if you're doing like sawdust, I like to actually just blow it off and into the sand part of my garden. So you can actually just blow things off the veranda, off tree leaves, off the windows. It is really impressive. I remember when I actually ordered this, there was a battery on the same website when I ordered. They actually had a battery. I just cannot remember the price, but there was a battery that you can buy a battery separately, which is one thing I'm looking forward to now. Because when I start my handiwork, I actually want to have 2 or 3, because I can have always the other battery on charge and one on use. And because accident happened, the whole point is the point of load shedding. That's the whole point. It's load shedding, and it's a very nice lithium battery. It's a lithium battery, and basically in South Africa these days, almost all batteries, if not 90% of all of them, are lithium batteries. They are very safe to use all around. As you can see, 2 years quality guarantee. Let's bring back the box here. 2 years quality guarantee on this machine. You can buy extra batteries that they sell, and you can always have battery on the charge. One thing that I just realized, and actually as I'm talking, I'm just reading from the box as well. One thing I've just realized is when you charge your battery, it does not have to be here. You actually charge it right here. So this charger can charge an external battery. And as soon as I just plug this, it turned green to show that the power is actually enough in here. Wow. And I can test the battery life right on the machine. Thank you very much, everyone. Till next time, please tell me if there's a specific product you want me to review. Oi!